Hey, it's Jonathan McGinley, the owner and founder of Intentional Man, an organization that inspires and equips men to live intentionally, pursue God-sized goals, and build lives of significance. A few weeks back, I shared the 5 most common reasons that people stop dreaming. This could be because of comments from other people, past hurts and disappointments, the habit of settling for average, lack of confidence, or a lack of imagination to dream. And it's important to identify the things that might be holding you back from getting a bigger vision for your life so that you can proactively attack them and so that you can move forward. So I'd encourage you to go listen to that training if you haven't yet. But today I want to talk about the other side of things. I want to give you 6 compelling reasons to dream big. And we hear people talk about chasing your dreams all the time, right? We hear people talking about getting a bigger vision for your life. So why is this actually important? It takes time to dream. It takes effort to review your life and think about where you want to go in the future. It takes work. It's not always easy. So why should you do it? I believe that taking time to dream and think about an exciting future is one of the best things that you could do for yourself and a great investment of your time. So I want to share with you 6 reasons that I've found as to why this is so important. So you ready? I'm excited. Let's go ahead and jump in. Number 1 reason why it's important to dream. First of all, I believe that big dreams honor God. God has given you potential. He's given you gifts and abilities. And I don't think it honors him to sit on the sidelines and just coast through life without maximizing those. I think big dreams mobilize you to steward what he has given you well. And there's a quote by Mark Batterson that's really been sticking with me for the past couple of months. And he said, most people believe that God is real, but few people actually live like it. Most people believe that God is real, but few people actually live like it. How many things are you doing in your life right now where you need some divine intervention? How many things are you doing right now where you have to depend on God? You should have a dream or a pursuit in your life that's destined to fail unless God shows up. Big dreams honor God because they cause you to rely on him. They cause you to depend on him. The bigger the dream, the more you have to depend on God. And the more that you have to depend on God, the more you come to know him. The more you can see him move in your life, and the more that you can give him glory through your life. If I only do the things that are fully within my control, then there's no need for God in my life, right? If everything is so comfortable in your life right now, do you truly need God? Have you set your life up in a way where you're just fine without him? Big dreams that are destined to fail without divine intervention put you in a place where you need God. They force you to pray. They force you to trust. They force you to get out of your comfort zone and to actually rely on God's strength. And they ultimately give God a chance to show up in a way that only he can do, where he ultimately gets the glory. If I want my life to bring God glory, then I need my life to show him off. I need my life to be proof that God's living and active. I need my life to show that trusting God is truly the best path. I need to show that I can have peace and comfort and strength and joy in the midst of challenges. Don't run away from opportunities for God to show up in your life. Be okay with being uncomfortable, because that's an opportunity to come to know God in a deeper way and for him to show up in your life and for your life to be a testimony of his goodness, his power, and his faithfulness. Big dreams honor a big God. And stewarding your gifts and your potential well brings honor to God. And if you want to maximize everything that he's given you and make the most of your life, big dreams are a way to compel you to do just that. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 why it's so important to dream is that a compelling vision gives you energy. Think about the times where you felt most alive. Think about the times in your life where you woke up with energy and passion. Most likely, it was a time where you had a vision that was compelling to you. You had something that you were excited to pursue. You had clarity on where you wanted to go and how you wanted to contribute to the world. A clear vision gives you energy. A clear vision gives you passion. A clear vision gives you a reason to wake up each morning with excitement. And John Maxwell has a quote where he says, "A dream is an inspiring picture of the future that energizes your mind, will, and emotions, empowering you to do everything you can do to achieve it." A dream energizes your mind. It energizes your will. It energizes your emotions. It compels you to work hard. It compels you to persevere. It compels you to actually live with courage. And I believe the lack of a compelling dream or a vision is one of the main reasons that men are living in apathy right now. One of the greatest things plaguing so many men right now is apathy. It's complacency. And the reason why is because they don't have a compelling vision that's getting them excited to attack the day. In the last few months, I've really felt like I was in a rut. I felt like I was stuck and I didn't have the usual passion or energy that I normally do. And the reason is because I had lost sight of my big vision. I was getting so caught up in just the tasks each day that I forgot why I was doing all of this in the first place. And I just gave myself a day to dream and to paint a clear picture of where I wanted to go. And so much of that excitement and energy has come back after doing that. If you aren't living a very exciting life right now, or if you feel like you're stuck in a routine, just taking some time to get a vision of an exciting future might be the boost that you need to find some more energy and passion. Okay, number 3 reason is that long-term vision aids in setting goals. Yogi Berra has a funny quote where he says, you got to be careful if you don't know where you're going because you might not get there. If you don't know where you want your life to go or what you want to be about, it's going to be difficult to set meaningful goals. You can come up with some quarterly goals, but they might be meaningful, but when they're connected to a long-term vision for your life, they really start to take on a whole new meaning. When you know where you're wanting to go in the future and you have a sense of clarity and direction, you can set quarterly goals in a focused way that leads you towards that long-term vision. A lot of goals fail because they aren't connected to anything meaningful enough to continue to persevere when things get hard. Pursuing goals is hard. Following through on something takes a lot of work. So if it isn't connected to something that's deeply meaningful to you, then most likely you're not going to have the grit or the perseverance to see it through. But when you know that this goal is leading you to an exciting future, you're way more likely to actually stick with it. The best way to set goals is to get that clear long-term picture of where you want to go and then work backwards from there. You should know that the goals you set each quarter are sending you in the right direction to accomplish the future that you want. Okay, number 4, a clear long-term vision helps you make daily decisions. Clarity of vision creates a clarity of priorities. When you know where you're going, you know what to invest your time in. You know what things are important. You know what activities will move the needle, and you know what activities are distractions. If I have a compelling vision for my future, I know that wasting time on my phone or on TV is not going to help me get there. I know that spending all my time on emails and just reacting to things throughout the day is not going to get me to that vision. I can then identify the activities that will truly move me closer to my vision, and then I can focus on those activities daily. You won't change your life until you change something that you do daily. It's ultimately your daily agenda that is going to determine your future. So if you know where you're going, you can decide how to spend your days. But if you don't have any sort of big dream or vision for the future, it's extremely difficult to know how to invest your time and how to make decisions. But when you get a big vision for your life, and then you set quarterly goals that are in line with that vision, and then you manage your daily actions well, there's a powerful system right there for reaching that long-term vision. So let me ask you, are your current daily habits leading you to the future that you want? If not, it might be time to get a clear vision of your future and then figure out what needs to be done on a daily basis to get there. All right, here we go. Number 5, big dreams boost your self-esteem. The most truly confident people that I know in life have clarity on who they are and how they want to contribute to the world. Knowing where you're going is ultimately going to create a greater sense of identity and purpose, both of which boost self-esteem. You build the most confidence and self-esteem in your life when you take consistent actions on meaningful pursuits. It's extremely difficult to take action on meaningful pursuits when you don't know what you're pursuing in the first place. But as you make progress on those meaningful pursuits, you're going to feel a great sense of confidence because you're going to grow in key skills. You're going to grow in character. You're going to grow in resilience and perseverance. You'll start to believe in yourself. So that's a huge one. All right, here we go. The last reason why it's so important to dream big and gain clarity on your long-term goals is because it helps kill apathy in your life. I mentioned this some earlier, but one of the greatest ways to stop coasting through life is to take on meaningful challenges. Nothing engages your passion, your energy, your creativity, and your abilities like the pursuit of a meaningful challenge. You're meant to play offense with your life. You're meant to live proactively instead of reactively. And if you don't have a clear vision for your life, you're probably just going to fall into somebody else's plans. You're going to spend your time reacting to just what's thrown at you instead of going after what really matters to you. We're so determined to make our lives as comfortable as possible, it seems. But oftentimes, comfortability breeds passivity. But challenge, mission, impact, a big dream, those things will actually compel you towards something worth fighting for. If there's nothing exciting to you right now about your future, then there's nothing that's going to keep you from wasting your time on your phone or TV or the other things. There's nothing compelling you to actually be uncomfortable and to do hard things. In the training a few weeks ago, I challenged you to take some time in the next week to dream and think about a compelling future. So if you haven't done that, I would actually encourage you to put that time on the calendar and do it as soon as possible. Do it this week. Don't wait. An exciting vision of your future could be just the thing you're looking for that's going to give you a boost. It could be the thing that gives you passion and energy each day. So you do have to be intentional about this. With everything going on in your life, you're not going to magically end up with a clear long-term vision unless you're intentional about it, unless you actually get it on the schedule. So make sure you do that this week. So thanks for joining me today. I truly hope that this was helpful for you. I hope you leave today feeling encouraged and inspired to dream big and to pursue everything that God has put on your heart to pursue. You have what it takes. You're one decision away from changing your life. So pursue those God-sized goals, live intentionally on a daily basis, and build a life that you're proud of.